there's a lot of you. Okay. Let me ask all of you a question. How many of you are familiar with the, but where are you really from thing? Show of hands. Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar, this is how it goes. A complete and random stranger will say to me, nice accent, where are you from? And I'll say, thank you, Scotland. And then they'll say, no, but where are you really from? And I'll say, Glasgow. And then they'll say, no, but where are you really, really from? And I'll say, Bellshill, which I don't like to admit. If you've been there, you know why, I'm sorry. And exasperated and infuriated, they'll finally ask, no, but where are your parents from? And as soon as I say Pakistan, they look at me as if they've just cracked the Da Vinci Code. And this might seem like a harmless series of questions, but what's really happening is that within 10 seconds of meeting me, they've just decided that I'm not who I say I am, that I'm other. And what's more frustrating is that it's a distraction. It means that I have to spend more time talking about why I'm different than who I am or what I do. And how I look or sound is really not the most interesting thing about me. And it's frustrating still because I have started international conversations. I have been written about in several languages, and the media worldwide has picked up my work. Yet, it's weird. Most people just want to talk to me about why my accent doesn't match my face, which is the thing real people have said to me. And now, this isn't a problem unique to me. This is how we approach diversity at large. It's in the media, it's in business, it's in show business, which is my business. And you would think that in show business, it would be something that would be ideal for me, but I found it to be a double-edged sword. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I am a real-life diverse person. I am, Scottish, Pakistani, I'm a woman of color, I'm Muslim, I'm liberal, I'm working class. I also have raging ADHD, which is why I have these. So if I veer wildly off course, that's why. So you'd think from what I've just said that I would be in favour of diversity initiatives, and I am to an extent. But contrary to common belief, that does not mean that I can just walk into any job or any opportunity. It's not a cheat code. In fact, I haven't actually been successful in any diversity initiative so far, so depending on who you ask, I'm either extremely talented or extremely mediocre. But that doesn't stop people from accusing me of only getting this far because of quotas. There is this notion that brown and black people are pandered to, and people like me are given a free ride so that we can fulfill these quotas and make companies look good. Talent, for some reason, is a secondary requirement. And it's kind of awkward. And then when Black Panther came out, for instance, you could hear groans around the world as people instantly decided that this was just a case of PC going mad, not just another story to tell. It was as if they couldn't understand that you can be diverse and talented. They're not mutually exclusive. When I was signed to a talent agency, I was quite shocked by the amount of people who kept telling me how lucky I was, because Asians are so in fashion right now. But I don't want to be in fashion. I don't want to be a passing phase. And I'm trying to build a career here. It's hurtful and it makes me doubt myself more than I should. And it also makes me begin to resent the very initiatives I believe in, because they are good and they are necessary to help level the playing field. But to be clear, you can't actually get anything from them if you don't have actual talent. But what we need to do is fix the wider culture so that people who do benefit from these schemes and people who do not stop suffering from the stigma of being undeserving and is quite unfairly attached to us. So as you heard, I wrote a sitcom, very excited, and I was asked on the radio to talk about it. It was so good, my mum was proud of me for once, it was amazing. And it was sad because she listened in. And I wasn't even asked one single question about my sitcom. For 30 minutes, I was just asked about my race and religion. It was incredibly upsetting. Imagine working really hard only to be reduced to your text boxes. While my white peers are being asked about their work, I'm being asked about Sharia law or ISIS as if me and Jihadi John were best friends. We're not. Too often, the way we approach diversity is single-minded. We ask people to apply for schemes, initiatives, and funding, and we create quotas. But what we don't do is allow us, people who get there, to flourish, to nurture and hone our skills, because we then have to spend so much time talking about race and justifying why they were there in the first place. So as long as the work of brown and black people is seen as an anomaly opposed to normal work, then nothing is really going to change. It's just going to keep being a tick box exercise. And that is where diversity gets you. We let one diverse person in, maybe me, and it's job done. And then the rest of us are expected to wait as if it's a nightclub with a one-in, one-out policy. Early on in my career, I actually worked for a company that was applauded for its diversity. Yet somehow I was told I was too niche to write for them. They explained that my Scottish Pakistani identity and my different experiences meant that I wasn't accessible or relatable enough. And I almost believed them. It wasn't that they were wrong. It was that they were wrong. No, it 100% was that they were wrong. I didn't become less niche to become more successful. It was that they were wrong. My career has proved them wrong time and time again. And the way that kind of thinking is just wrong, but the mindset is all too common. And it makes me wonder, how many people like me have been turned away at the first hurdle because someone with power can't see outside of their own experiences? And it doesn't have to be that way. We all deserve better. When you're a minority and you start getting success, you become a de facto role model, whether you want to be or not. And young people start looking up to you, misguided or not. And suddenly, everyone wants to know your secret, which I'll share. My secret is that every time I'm knocked down, I cry, and then I get back up again. But the thing is, when I learn more, I will share more. Because I can't wait to, because I realize that I can affect change. I can be the change, which is super frightening but very exciting. My other secret is that this power wasn't just, it was being shared with me by other people who amplified my words, people who didn't just treat me as a colour or religion. And our power might be limited, like me, but everyone in this room has that power. And I hope today you will all join me in helping building each other up by using that power so that this talk can one day become redundant and and diversity can finally rest in peace. Thank you.